Welcome to World Sports News with Ernie. Behind the desk is your co host, Ernie. And on top of the desk is his best friend. Ernie calls him the rubber ducky. The rest of us on Sports News Review call him Felix. Alrighty, Ernie. It's been over 2 weeks since we did the last edition of World Sports News with Ernie. Well, Ernie, today's show we'll have five sports: the darts, team handball, badminton, and the staple sport of World Sports News with Ernie, surfing. And we have the bonus one, Ernie, because I'm using the extra board, and, and we're gonna do sailing is back. But before we put the first sporting event, Ernie, I'll have to put the video recording on pause so I can add the first sporting event board. All right, Ernie, we start with the first sporting event, which is sailing. And Ernie, the Sail GP series is back in full swing, as they say. And the first event, Ernie, was in Perth, Australia, January the 17th to the 18th. Now, Ernie, it's here. I'll read the schedule, Ernie, because well, Ernie and we both missed the highlights even of the Sail GP series. We didn't get a chance to watch it at night and on YouTube. Well, the thing was, we just didn't even know. I wasn't aware that the Sail GP was back on. So, well, but it's kind of odd how the schedule looks to us on this side of as they say, the globe, Ernie. And well, if we go, we can this time. We can use Oh, and I need a marker. I'm gonna need a pointer, Ernie. I'll find a pointer. Okay, here something. Well, here's something I can point with. Well, Ernie. Okay, so now Perth, Australia is on. Okay, so I gotta see if I'm on the correct side of the globe here of this globe here. Yeah, okay, don't know what that was. It just dropped something. Okay, uh, the production values are going through the roof here. Okay, or okay, so what it is it's Perth is on one side of Australia. You see, when I'm looking at the monitor, it's the opposite way. Not only is it upside down for me, it's the opposite way. So, well, Perth is okay. Do I? Okay, let's see. Let me put the video recording on pause, Ernie, so I can find where Perth is. Alrighty, Ernie. Okay, so I found where Perth is on here. Okay, on the map. Okay, so now Tasmania it's the other side of Tasmania. Now, if I find Tasmanian Island, yeah, if it's let's see, it's really tough for me. See this? Okay, let's see. Well, okay, so Perth should be over here. Okay, so Perth is on this side. Okay, Ernie. So So it's just like okay now, Ernie, Australia is almost the size of the continental U.S. of A. That's the lower 48 states, and so Perth is on one side. That would be like San Francisco, and then the other side would be like New York and Boston and Ernie. Is that like all the big cities are on one side, just like almost like the United States, and Perth is on the other coast, the other coast. So, yeah, I mean, because what's so important, Ernie, to mention that for you is that because there's gonna there's gonna be the next event will be um I'm looking at it now. So the next event would be it would be in Auckland, New Zealand, and then it's gonna go back to Sydney, Australia. So, but that's going that would be equivalent of going from like if it was in San Francisco in the continental United States, Ernie. Then it would go to New York next. So yeah, it's going from one side of the continent of Australia to the other side of the continent of Australia. So yeah, I mean, it's like if you're, I said it before, I I said like if you lived in Perth the area in Australia, it's like you got yeah go see this event because you, you're not sure when it's going to come back. Well, obviously it came and it left. So and with all that, Ernie, um, what I'm going to do now is put the video recording on pause. So I'll mention the team that won the event. Alrighty, Ernie. I got the name of the winner of the event. Now, Ernie, they do nations, but but you know, for sponsorship reasons, because United Arab Emirates, the Emirates are sponsoring the Great Britain team, so that's why it's called Emirates GBR. So Emirates Great Britain. So they won the first event of the season so far, Ernie, and well, it's what was I to say is that yeah, I mean, then there's going to be the next event coming in Auckland, New Zealand. But yeah, I mean, we missed, like I said earlier, Ernie, we kind of didn't know that we missed it. But if anyone out there is interested in sailing, I almost said surfing, Ernie, sailing, yes, a shameless promotion of well, you could subscribe to the Sports News Review YouTube channel, and we should be on track now. Now that we know that the sailing is back, the Sail GP, which I think was on my phone. Ernie. I kind of had a reminder. I just totally forgot. I just seen it from my tablet, Ernie. When like on the sides it says, "Oh, Emirates," like news for me, like personally. I don't, Ernie. We don't on the Sports News Review tablet, there's no actual, news. It's just sporting events and sporting news. That's it. And and if it seems it's like when Ernie knows when when news events come up, I just do no, not interested in the news, not interested in the news because I just want to see the like this. That's the I consider it the Sports News Review tablet. So yeah, what the information when like I'm looking on right now when I need the information to look, Ernie, I use the Sports News Review. I call it the Sports News Review tablet. I should almost put a logo on it too, but it's never seen. No one ever sees it, so it's in my hand right now. But now, Ernie, I'm just gonna say that like for folks out there, we I didn't put up a board. I didn't do a board for the next event, but I'll just say it. Like you can go like obviously once you've seen that we mentioned that that there's the Sail GP series started up again, and you're interested in watching the Sailing GP series. Now, for folks out there, if you're one of the very few people that come on this channel for the first time and you're like sailing, it's not what you think. It's a lot different now. It's they're racing sailboats as more like catamarans than sailboat. I mean, yacht racing is still a thing, Ernie, as Ernie knows. And I'm sorry about I know it's sidetrack here, just a little sidebar here. Ernie is so interested in Ollie the cat that was in the yacht racing, and I still haven't found any information on Ollie the cat, Ernie. That's why, but we will try to get some information for Ernie on Ollie the cat, who was on the yacht. Yeah, it did come in last place, but it didn't matter. It was more like I think everybody just was so I say like fond of Ollie being on the yacht racing with the team. But of course, it's different than the sailboat as the Sail GP. Now, like if you've never seen the Sail GP series, yeah, you're in for a treat if you like sailing because this is you didn't even know it existed, possibly, So yeah, like once again, I know folks, you can turn into World Sports News, Ernie, one time, Ernie, and And he's like, why do I need them? The internet's there. Thanks for telling me that this exists. But we do other sports. If you're one of those folks out there that, well, your children don't care about American football, and they don't care. They'll play soccer, of course. But if you want them to, I don't know, a different variety of. We bring up other variety of sports as you see. Just you stay tuned for more variety of sports, and we even have uh other sports. I should save this towards the end of the show, Ernie. I understand, Ernie, but it's just, well, the whole show is unscripted nowadays, due to health reasons. I can't do a script. But anyway, it just takes too much time. Ernie knows. You see, Ernie helped me color this in too. Uh, Thing is, too, there's all like it's easier to just color. It takes a long time to do these letters. I got these block stencils, trace around it, color in black, and just color the board because it looks better than just white. White looks the worst, but there's so much light. If I block some of that light, okay, let me just block some of that light to show you what I mean. Like this, like see, yeah, I guess yeah, you know what I need is I need like those umbrellas. But anyways, so I mean, yeah, it's better than having like a whiteboard, a total whiteboard. But with all that, Ernie, we're going to do our next sporting event, but before that, Ernie, I'll have to put the video recording on pause one more time, another time, just to change the boards. All right, Ernie, got the next sporting event up, and it's darts. And remember before, Ernie, I was saying this is the one, this is the one to watch all year. Now, once again, if you subscribe to Sports News Review, we'll mention when the big darts tournament is going. Or if you just first time you go, darts, that's nice. I'd like to watch darts. Yes, but you gotta wait till next year. Well, December, it'll be around December of 2026 and finishing, and then going to finish in January of 2027 will be the next time. It's going to be the PDC World Championship. And that's what just happened now, as Ernie and I both know, is the PDC World Championship in England. This year. It was from December 11th of 2025 to January the 3rd of 2026. Now, it's been a while since we did the last edition of World Sports News with Ernie, so we never got a chance to, or did we? I'm not sure. Ernie, doesn't matter. I just want to mention that we, uh, we highlight sports that Ernie is interested in, and if you're, well, if you, once again, if you're the first time you've ever been on our Sports News Review channel and it's World Sports News with Ernie program, we don't do soccer. Ernie likes soccer. Don't get Ernie wrong. He likes soccer. He yes, because he doesn't like violent sports. He doesn't like combative sports either. And but it, we just I said to Ernie, I know you like soccer, but can we agree not to do soccer because it's really tough on me to like to. There's so many leagues and so many. Which one do I pick and which one do we highlight? And there's so many out there that people go to other sources. I said to Ernie, no one's going to come to a sports news review and go to the program World Sports News with Ernie to get their soccer highlights and what tournaments are happening and everything like that. So we stick with the darts, the team handballs, the coming up with the net. We're doing netball when it comes. Ernie's all excited when netball comes back in the season, and Ernie knows that after the Super Bowl, a lot more time to do World Sports News with Ernie. That we could do it on a weekly basis. And for those folks that don't watch American football, like NFL, we highlight sports that Ernie is interested in because we don't football. We have football on Sports News Review, but that's with the Munchie Brothers and the Watch Party, the Ketchup and Barbecue Munchie, the Munchie Brothers, and Coach Coyote does the pre and post games during the season, health permitting, of course, of yours truly. Oh wow, we lost our Australia, and somehow they moved. Okay, as the tune in. Oh, I should say that. I shouldn't do that. That's just cheating. Say tune in tomorrow. Next week, next edition. As the sports news review world turns. Okay, so or spanning the globe and give you the the thrill victory and all that. Okay, so we're at the darts here. Still going on. Ernie's even Ernie's now saying, well, Felix is saying, you're losing track here. Oh yeah, Felix. Thank you, Felix. Ernie's best friend forever. BFF. Ernie's BFF. Best friend forever. Okay, so well, we're gonna do the current PDC champion. Ernie, I'll have to put the video recording on pause so I can put the name of the winner of this year's or this year, last year, the 2025 2026 PDC World Championship in England, and as we said, that's the Super Bowl of darts. Well, I tried to explain. Ernie said, "How about is it the World Cup of darts?" I explained to Ernie that, well, the World Cup is always 4 years, so this is a year. This is yearly. This is annually, and the Super Bowl is annually, and it's the big event like for football and NFL. The big event is the Super Bowl, and for darts in the darts world, this is the one that you want. Like it's like I always bring up the tennis references. Like if you come from U.S. of A, like Ernie is a United States of America citizen, uh, Ernie, if Ernie was a professional tennis player, Ernie would want to win the U.S. Open. Correct, Ernie? You want to win the U.S. Open. Now, if you're from France, you want to win the French Open at least. As a professional, if you can, if one of the big four Grand Slam, obviously the Australian, you'd want to win the Australian Open. If you can't, if you of the four big Grand Slam tournaments, they call it. And this is the same as if you're English, you'd want to win Wimbledon as a professional tennis player. And this is darts. And it doesn't matter. It's like winning Wimbledon. You want to win Wimbledon to secure a legacy in your darts career. And now, with all that, I will put the video recording on pause. So if it isn't even on, is it on pause, by the way? No, it wasn't on pause. Good thing I looked to see if it was on pause and not Ernie. I was gonna say, wow, I did a lot of rambling and I can't rewind the video. I don't know where I left off, Ernie. Ernie knows about the editing power, and I don't have. All the editing I have is to press pause. That's it. There's no other editing I have. It's a straight off record. That's all I can do. After this, there's no editing. I just don't have the time. I don't even have the software to do it. To render the video. No, I just don't have it. I just directly load it to YouTube. That's good enough. Okay, so I'm going to do, Ernie, is put the video recording on pause so I can put up the winner of the event. Alrighty, Ernie. Got the name of the winner of the PDC World Championship, and that's Luke Littler, the young phenom, Luke Littler. Now, Luke Littler is bringing a lot of interest to the darts back. Well, bringing back some good interest back to the darting world, being, that a person that's young, and now he, of course, wins the big one. I mean, Luke Littler has secured his legacy in the darts world at such a young age, and well, we hope to see some good competition for Luke Littler in the future. like hopefully the Luke Linder brings some more interest to darts and find some new dart players out there for the years to come. I mean, it's all about generating interest in youth. It's there is a career to be had in darts if a person is good enough, Ernie, to be in darts. Oh no, we always joke around, Ernie. I always joke around about this thing where I say that if Ernie would watch darts being played by anyone, he just likes watching. We could go to if we were driving around and bringing back Ernie on the way to back to New York City for driving back in the day. Yeah, my health is. I can't drive to New York anymore bring Ernie back to New York and all that. So, but what I'm trying to say is that like on the way, a small town, get off on the what is it, the I-90 and from Ontario, and there's like one of those bars. It could be like a small bar with mostly wood exterior. You walk in, it's got atmosphere, you could say. And of course, Ernie sees the darts tournament sign out there. I'm like, ooh, I don't know, Ernie. But Ernie's like, oh, let's watch some darts. I go, yes, they're not professionals. They're just, they're just locals that are playing. But it's not. I just, Ernie is Ernie is Ernie, and I'm like, I don't know, Ernie. I don't really think we should be going in there. And I mean, folks there, they just tend to mind their own business over there. And Ernie like to be asking everybody, "Hey, how's it going, Ernie? How's it going? Hi, my name is Ernie." As if they don't know you're Ernie. Is that if Ernie walks around, you don't know it's Ernie? How do you not know it's Ernie? Okay, so what I'm trying to say, Ernie, is that Luke Linder is bringing interest, like I said a minute ago, and yeah, I mean, I hope we hope because, well, once again, we didn't get to watch it live. I mean, it was there's this we only have the basic sports channels in Ontario, and being the TSNs and the Sportsnet. So if they don't cover it, if they don't take the feed and put it on their program, we really don't get a chance to see it unless I remember to look on YouTube and see the highlights. And that's pretty well all we can do is just see highlights. But with all that, Ernie, I'm going to put the video recording on pause so we can do our next sporting event. Alrighty, Ernie. We got our next sporting event up. And we got badminton, and I'm just gonna use the previous sport to show it. I got to get the lighting figured all out. And this is becoming all the lights fell again. The lights fell, and I had to pick them all up. So okay, so we got badminton. It's the Petronas Malaysia Open, and it's not in the capital city, Kuala Lumpur. It's in Jalu, and it was from January the 6th to the 11th. And Buka Jalil is a suburb of the capital of Malaysia. It's the very good sporting facilities in that suburb. So I mean so the national soccer team would play in Bukit Jalil at the national stadium. And yeah, they have very good facilities for all events. And so uh, Ernie was all excited that we badminton. Now it's for folks out there. It's just one event that we brought up be, because the Patronus is the one that's sponsoring it. So this is a big event. As far as the World Championship, well, once again, subscribe to the Sports News Review YouTube channel, and we should have we're trying to find the World Championship, and if I find where the World Championship is, I'll definitely put it as in the next event. like event coming up, as in like, oh, the World Championship of Badminton. And well, uh, like I said, Ernie, it's just that uh, we did this real quick, and you could see how the lighting is just it's just really off. I got to figure out how to do that. I guess I got to need some, like something to shade the board so they don't get so much light on them you can't see the wording. So yeah, I mean, so I take that off. I mean, obviously, even if I lower the light, I don't know. Maybe I could lower. It doesn't even do much lowering the light now. Uh, yes, everything is off. Everything is off. Even my background is falling apart here. Okay, so oh jeez, I gotta find new ways to hold this background up. Yeah. Okay. So I mean, it's on an angle. I like it like this, Ernie. It looks so much better. Okay, but anyways, now the badminton word is washed right out with the lighting above it. So anyways, Ernie, I'm going to put the video recording on pause so I can put up the event winners. All right, Ernie. I got the men's uh first. I got the men's division, the winner of the men's division. And first time a winner that's from Thailand, and it's going to be a little tough to say the name, but I've practiced it a few times, Ernie, and it's really hard. But you cannot phonetically do it. It's like most folks won't realize that you don't phonetically sorry, when it's from Thailand. You just you have to know how to pronounce it. It takes a while to learn. And being on this side, as they say, look how sloppy everything is. Just, just beyond sloppy. Okay. Oh, that's even worse. Okay. Just most folks would say now is not the time to fix your backgrounds and it's what is it's over. It's okay. So yeah, I mean, so yeah, we're looking at this. Yeah, so yeah, when you get into a region like this, it's hard to just do it phonetically. You have to. It's easier. It's better than just try to learn how to pronounce names. And I'll try my best, Ernie. Once again, so even though it says Kunl, it's Kun and then Kun Lavit Lavut. Ah, jeez, I said it incorrectly again, but I'll try my best to say it's Kun Lavut Lavut Kun Lavut and last name surname Vidi Desarn. Kun Lavut Vidi Desarn. He's just known as Kun, as they Kun, like Koon is what he's known as. And he's the first person from Thailand to be ranked number one in the badminton, was it the BMF? But the badminton, or BWF, Badminton World Federation. And yeah, I mean, like the big badminton, as they say, governing body, which is for sport event, badminton. So yeah, I mean, so that's a big congratulations to Kun Lavut Vidis Desarn and from Thailand. And with that, Ernie, I will put the video recording pause once again so I can put the winner of the event from the female. Is it called the ladies? Okay, the ladies. Well, Ernie, I got the winner of the from the women's side, and that's An Se Young. An Se Young, winner of the event on the ladies' side, Ernie. So once again, Ernie, we'll try to find when the world championship is on, and we will definitely put it up on Sports News Review. Well, the program World Sports News with Ernie. We It's a good idea to segment all those programs because yeah, we really totally separate uh sports from from the United States of America and Canada and the rest of the world. Like, we like to separate because they are two different hemispheres when it comes to sporting events mainly. And what I'm gonna say now is that, Ernie, I will put the video recording on pause once again so I can change the board. Alrighty, Ernie. I got what I call team handball, and mostly it's actually the EHF is the European Handball Federation. Now, I like to make a difference, and see, as I'll block the light again to show where it says team handball, and I like to make the difference between the word handball and team handball, is because as you can see by the photo, actually use the pointer. It's a lot better. It's a lot better to use the pointer. Okay, so Ernie, I could see as you can see, Ernie, is that uh you can see where there's the white shirt and the white shirt with the white shorts, one team, and there's the other team in the red with the black shorts. Now you see the person carrying the hand, so it's a handball. It's like a soccer kind of indoor soccer kind of thing, but with no feet. Obviously, you can't kick. It's like with basketball, you can't use your feet. In handball, you can't use your feet. You got to use the hands to grab the ball and throw the ball. And it's set up like indoor soccer kind of style where it's mostly indoors. I've never really seen team handball outdoors. I haven't yet. I've yet to see it. It's more. It seems to be like mostly of course, being that it's winter time, good time in. It's very popular in Europe, or a good time to watch it in Europe. It's very very popular in Europe because there's a lot of leagues in Europe, but this is their Euro. It's January the 15th to February the 1st, so I still got time to get it all together to watch some. Hopefully, try to. Yeah, as far as once again, Ernie, as far as viewing goes, we know it's tough. I don't know where to find it. If you don't have a satellite dish, and with subscriptions, and I have no clue how to find this, except for look for highlights on the YouTube channel, the EHF YouTube channel, the European Handball Federation's YouTube channel. You'll find the highlights. But yeah, so this is the 2026 Euro Championship. It's been a long time. They've had a lot of teams. They've as they say, dwindle it down to the final championships, which is happening at this moment. Uh, so what I'm saying, Ernie, is that yeah, we'll mention more. There's too many teams to mention now. Too many. The scores. It's too hard. That's why we always stick to the finals. But once again, folks, if you're from the West Coast or from Connecticut area, New York City area, and you're of the upper class and you like to, not you want to watch different sports, team handball. It's very popular in Europe. So yeah, I mean, if you want to fit in with the Euro crowd, whatever that means, you just go, I was watching Team Handball. And then thanks to Sports News Review, you might be more hip. Ernie, but Ernie, I'm going to have to give Felix a bag to upchuck in because he's starting to get a little like nauseous from my corniness as being a little corny there. But yeah, I mean, um, so yeah, I mean, like we like to highlight sports that Ernie is interested in, and Ernie is definitely interested in watching the handball competition. But it's once again, uh, it is not easy to find it on this side. If it's not on Sportsnet, if it's not on TSN's, I can't really find it. I don't remember it. I don't remember to go on YouTube, and all I can do on YouTube probably is just go see highlights anyway. 'Cause it's definitely on pay. It's definitely on TV in Europe, so it's already paid for, and the advertising. So yeah, I mean, there's no freebies on this one. So yeah, but with all that, Ernie, I'm going to put the video recording on pause so I could put the last sporting event up for our program. All right, Ernie. Got our last sporting event up. Last, as they say, but very not least on Sports News Review, because surfing has been a staple on World Sports News with Ernie. And we've I've put up the sport. I've never changed it because it's pretty well. This is the reason. Okay, so the reason is if you're the first time you stuck this long with us to this program, and you see surfing, you'd be like, "Oh my gosh, I didn't know surfing!" And of course, the best surfing, as in like the best surfers in the world, would be the World Surf League. They'd be what's called the WSL, the World Surf League, and I always put the like for the highlights and live action because you could actually see live events, and it's a possibility to be able to watch which event I'm talking about coming up. Be on the WSL, which is the World Surf League YouTube channel. Going on that, you'll get a live stream. If they're doing a live stream, and I see the notifications always coming up that they're live streaming there. So now it's easy. It's easy for us not to miss it. And uh, we watch highlights. Ernie and we watch the highlights, and we occasionally catch the live action. It's so easy now, even though it's like. I go, hey Ernie. It's if it's 12-hour difference, of course, and it's almost midnight. I'd be like, "Hey, Ernie, or 10 o'clock at night," and because they start early in the morning surfing too. So and it's like Ernie, we can watch live. We can watch it live while as we put the TV on the timer, and it's so easy now with the big. We could put the big TV, the big 65-inch TV on surfing and watch it in the dark and yeah, I mean, and as I just fall asleep to just fall asleep. If I fall asleep to it, it's like I've been watching. I just love watching. Ernie and I are on the same page. We just love watching surfing. Do we know the individual surfers? No, we're not young. I'm not young anymore, and I don't. I just. It's a. I love surfing all my life, and you'd have to if it's your first time on Sports News Review in this program. Well, I've mentioned it over and over how I've always liked surfing, especially when there was an old program. I go back to the days, and Ernie knows, and Felix is gonna say, "Yeah, it's ad nauseum the way you say it about the sting," or I'll say Felix will say, "It's this thing you call wide world of sports." Yes, it is. Felix, it's wide world of sports. Yes, I go back to days when I saying Wide World of Sports in Hawaii, and of course watching Brady Bunch, the original Brady Bunch on live like as in not live TV, but as in over the air television before I had cable, before cable was even around in Ontario. That yeah, it was on ABC television. Uh, uh, Brady Bunch and Greg Brady and the family went to Hawaii and they went to a surfing. You know, and that was it for me. That was it for me when it comes to surfing. It's like, okay, I like surfing. I knew I liked surfing since that episode, and yeah, you'd have to watch. I mean, by today's world and standard, it is kind of hokey and of course, though, like to watch the you'd have to watch it. There's something I disagree in today's world. We disagree about artifacts. When Greg Brady takes an artifact from the cave, quote unquote. Vincent Price lives in the cave, which is it's kind of, it was back then. It was a different world. You just can't get away with it in today's world. The way it's so corny and kooky. Well, that's just you. I don't even know if today's youth today, Ernie, can watch Brady Bunch and not go, okay, this is really corny. You know what I mean? But it was just a different world we grew up in, and I could go on and about it, but but what I'm trying to say, Ernie, is that I mean, I guess sometimes I pine for the old days. But Ernie, I just lately I had a dream about being a young person, and then it was like, what am I doing here? I don't want to go through all that heartache again. Like I know it's not possible. It's like virtually 0.0. Okay, we'll leave it 0.0000 to the billionth zero decimal point 1% chance that the time travel is possible, which is not happening. Okay, but even if it was, Ernie, I I had a dream about that, and Ernie, it's like I don't really I after all. I really don't want to go back in time. I don't want to go through all the heartaches. I know there's a lot of good things and this, but what world am I get into this thing now. I think like Ernie, is that who is that person? Like, let's just call that person ABC. Like, I don't have, I don't even want to come up with a generic name, Ernie. But if some person ABC goes back in time, it, does he see himself as a young person? And like, say that they were playing baseball on the baseball field. If say they're in the United States, and you're playing baseball on a baseball field. Is it like are you a person that's your age? Let's say throw your age out there, 65 or 70 or whatever. Are you a person that's 70 years old watching yourself as a young person that's 10, 12 years old playing baseball? How do you go up to that person that's only 10, 12? Hey, I'm you in the future. Like, come on. It's just, but and in other words, too, is how real is it? Like, do you actually affect things? Like, can you like there's so much to it, but I came to the realization I don't know if I want to ever go back and do all these things over again because I don't know what I'm doing. What are you doing? What are you doing? Like, uh, who do you, what happens? Like for me, like say, okay, I go back and oh wow, I'm like 18 years old and I could play football one last time. I play football. Uh, find some college. What if I hurt someone? Do I hurt a person that exists or do I hurt a memory? Am I hurting someone that's a memory? I mean, it's kind of like this conundrum. Like, like, it just gets into a whole kind of things. But the whole thing, Ernie, is that well, I'm going to say that I'm going to like, I always liked surfing, and anybody out there like surfing, I mean, try again. Try again for Sports News Review where we have some other events, because well, Ernie, good segue. I'm going to put the video recording on pause, so I could put the last board, sports board up. And this one's gonna be tough because it's the old dry race board, and they're kind of wide. Okay, so we'll see how it fits. I didn't do any productions. Ernie, I'm just gonna put the board up. If it fits, it fits. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm not changing things. I'll just say what it's supposed to be on the board. Okay, but first I'll put the video recording on pause. Well, Ernie, oh my gosh, your sign is all over the place. Okay, see, I knew it wasn't gonna fit. I didn't even check that. Uh, just leave it like that. Okay, just leave it like that. Okay, so Ernie, I'm gonna block the light too. You need the light, but you don't need it all to block it all. Okay, so with that, Ernie, um, I'll just say what it is. Okay, so there was if anyone went to the World Surf League YouTube channel and the World Surf League.com, like their webpage, you would have noticed that there really wasn't much events to mention, but there is the started this programming, which is today, and it's the La Union Pro. It's in the Philippines, January the 20th, which is today's report, to the 24th. Okay, so Wednesday, Thursday, it's going to end on Saturday. Okay, the 20. Well, then again, though, it's a day ahead. It's going to be 12 hours. They're more 12 hours. I think I can't remember how many hours they are ahead in the Philippines versus where we are in New York time here in Ontario, Eastern Standard Time. I mean, yeah. So, um, yeah, that's why. Okay, so well, let's see. Can you actually? Yeah, I'm having trouble. I'd have to block two lights. That's the craziest part about it. This light's not. This light needs to be blocked a bit. The P. I can't get that P going. Okay, there it is. I wonder what it is. Okay, there it is. Here's the P. Philippines. Okay. Oh, the lighting situation is really tough here. Okay, so yeah, I mean that's about the only event I could really find right now that's worth getting into. So you can you find out, oh, surfing, World Surf League, WSL. Oh, well, here it is. It's YouTube channel. Go to the YouTube channel, and it's probably Ernie. I'm wondering if I just decide to do that right now. We cannot show any video of the WSL. We cannot You cannot hear any audio, obviously, but what I can do is just go on it myself and describe it. Okay, so if I go on the WSL, let's see, let's see. What I should do is easily go on YouTube. Now, if I go to YouTube now, okay, and oh my gosh, it says watch live. La Union International Pro World Surf. Wow, there it is. It's 738 watching right now. Maybe because it's like I mean they got a live stream. So yeah, y- there's a live stream. Yeah, this is why I always save this one for last earnings because it's the one where I it's so easy to say, hey, you could go on their YouTube channel. You can watch the live. We mentioned it earlier. We can watch live events, and you can watch the highlights if you missed the live event for the day. So right now, yeah, the Union Pro started today, January the 20th, and it's going to end on the 24th. And next edition of World Sports News with Ernie, we will be highlighting the sport and mentioning the winners, male and female category of who won the event. But and with all that, Ernie, what I'm going to do now is put the video recording on pause one last time, and that way I could take the board out. And you know what? I might even nah, they better not move Ernie. Put the desk better. Nah, things were going. Things are what they are, and I'll just leave it at that. And what I'm going to do, Ernie, is just put the video recording on pause so I could put this board away. Well, Ernie, it's been quite a show. We had 5 sporting events, and only because I had that extra, what I used to call the marquee board, Ernie. For the marquee board was available to put another sporting event, which I did first because I want. It's just the order. It's easier to put things back, and I've really cleaned up my studio outside the studio, like right behind this black wall, where it's now the sports news review. There's a this is the fridge. I have a small fridge, as I say. It's got its own freezer compartment, and you got well. Here's the light for the fridge. You can see the light. Yeah, as I open the door, you could still see the inside. But if the top one, the freezer compartment, doesn't have a light, yeah, I could. Yeah, I could see where I opened the freezer, I opened the fridge door here. Okay, so it's the sports news review fridge. It's in my bedroom. An extra fridge in my bedroom. I find it so easy. Just, you have roommates. It's easier. You don't have to walk out and go into the big fridge. So yeah, the big fridge is all. I just got the bulk stuff in the big fridge, but the everyday stuff I got in here. But yeah, I mean, behind that, on the other side of it, is I cleaned up the area really good today. So now it's gonna be Ernie. It's gonna be so easy to put everything away when I'm done with the program. Gonna upload it to YouTube, and I feel it's an accomplishment. I mean, I just feel like when I'm done this program, uploaded it, I feel good about it. I tried my best. I did it no script, obviously, because had I scripted the show, it would be only 16 minutes long. It's crazy. It's just amazing the difference, Ernie. When I do a scripted show, it's only like 16 to 17 minutes long. And then when I improvise the show, it takes longer because I don't know, just the way it is. It's just, like it takes all this in between talk doesn't it's so unnecessary. You're not gonna like all this last few sentences, you're not gonna put that in the script. It's not the script is the script. It's like an actual news event, a news I mean like sports news show. This is like unscripted, as they say. Unplugged, unscripted. Okay, so with all that, Ernie, I'm gonna put the well, we're gonna before we say our good we're gonna well before we say goodbyes, we're close off the video. Well, after that, I'm going to upload it to YouTube, and well, I'll be watching it again and again, checking out my flaws and trying to improve on it. But with all that, we'll say our goodbyes. Okay, so for yours truly, and for Felix, who's sitting on top of the desk, and for Ernie, who's sitting behind the desk, all three of us are saying thank you for tuning in to World Sports News Authority on the Sports News Review YouTube channel. Hope to see you on the next edition of World Sports News Authority on the Sports News Review YouTube channel. But for now, all three of us are saying over and out.